Well, we're here with Chris Wheeler today at Canford School. Thanks for inviting me.
Delighted to be here.
And we're going to ask the top 3 questions that families from Nigeria ask me. We're going to ask those to Chris. So the first question, Chris, is how will you ensure my child is happy at Canford School?
So I mean, look, Canford is very much a community. That's the thing that comes out most strongly when you talk to the children and the parents, and equally probably the thing the children say most often is how much they enjoy school. Just been endorsed by our ISI inspection, although the results are not yet out. One of the things that came through was the ISI team saying how happy our children are, how engaged they are in the school, how busy they are, how fulfilled their lives are.
So happiness is ensured throughout the school because you're a strong community, and also ISI have endorsed that recently as well. Yeah,
I think that's right. It builds out of the boarding ethos of the school. We run full boarding houses with a full boarding programme at the weekend, so the children are very much involved and engaged with one another, so their friendships are really lifelong and really embedded.
So what does a full boarding community mean? Because that means different things at different schools. What does that mean in terms of numbers of pupils, activities going on?
So with 650 children in the school, 450 boarders, weekends generally somewhere between 80 and 90% of children in. We have a number of weekends when everybody is in, big community weekends when big things go on.
The second question that families ask me all the time is, how will my child fulfil their academic potential?
That's a great one. So, I mean, Canford's academic results are very strong. We are selective, but not hugely so. The engine room of Canford's academic results is the children themselves.
Yes.
The aspirational culture that underpins everything that happens at Canford is absolutely vital. And that's the piece that I have found unusual coming here. The children are constantly supporting and challenging one another to do better. My predecessor used to say it's cool to learn at Canford, and I get that played back to me from the pupils, where they really say, you know, we're all aiming to do better in all that we do. So the engine room's the pupils. I think in some schools the push comes from somewhere else. Here it's our pupils themselves who are really striving to do better all the time.
The third question really is, how will my child fit in? You have international population here, students are joining from all over the world. How does that international mix work at Canford?
So look, I think one of the lovely things about Canford is we still take from a huge breadth of contexts. This year I think we had pupils arrive from 53 other schools coming into our Year 9, which is 120 children. So it's a very, very broad community where everybody is coming from different contexts, and what that means is we have a really thought through professional induction engagement program that looks at wherever children are coming from and really looks to try and make sure that they find their feet with one another. All that comes back then to the boarding culture and community, where actually the time the children spend together, particularly in the first few weeks, is central. The first weekend of the academic year, all of the children are in school doing things together. So there's a really sort of deliberate programme that looks at all sorts of different contexts, children from different sorts of schools in the UK, children from different parts of the world.
And do you have students from Africa at Canford, and how do they settle in, and what attracts them to the school?
Absolutely. So I think what attracts them to the school is the academic culture, the ethos, the outcomes. I think the boarding nature of the school is also a part of that. We have a significant number of pupils from East and West Africa particularly, and I think the impact that it has is to ensure that we are a globally diverse community who are really engaged with one another and who look to understand and celebrate all of the different contexts that we have here.
Thanks very much for the invitation again, and exciting times ahead. Thanks so much, Chris.
Very good. Nice to see you, Mark.
Thanks.